You're watching How to World Trip. This year, we have been exploring the world in a unique new way. Our journey so far has led us to many amazing destinations, but perhaps one of the most memorable places so far has been a true dream destination, the Greek islands. Greece, without a doubt, has something for everyone. Beautiful sunsets on beautiful beaches, picturesque city architecture, and Greece is packed with its own culture and history on every corner you turn. We started our journey in the city of Athens. There's tons to do within just a short walking distance. You can take some time to explore the shops and activities of the inner city, then walk a few more blocks to relax on a calm beach, before you head off to tour some historic sites like the Acropolis and the Parthenon. And all of this can be done on the same day. Keep in mind, while there's plenty to see at the Parthenon, this was by far one of the most crowded places we visited on the entire trip, but it's still definitely a sight worth seeing. It's easy to look up and visit the main tourist attractions in Greece. Some are free, like the Olympic Coliseum and the changing of the guard. Others require tickets that cost a few bucks, but they're all worth checking out if you have the time to spare and some spare change. All over Athens, you'll see the preserved stony architecture and the iconic columns. And of course, no matter where you are, the pictures you take will look unimaginably good and unmistakably Greek. Along with beach sitting and sightseeing, I'm not exaggerating when I say Greece has some of the most delicious food in the world. I would say that your Greece trip isn't quite complete until you've had lamb souvlaki and some traditional moussaka. I think Athens is a great place to find good versions of these dishes. After 3 days in Athens, we hopped on a ferry and headed to the island of Ios. We stayed in the Avanti Hotel, positioned to give you an absolutely breathtaking view of the entire island. Here is where we got our first glimpse of the world-famous Greek-style white and blue buildings without the clutter of a busy city. This is a site that I personally will always remember. Walking through towns like these make you truly start to appreciate Greek culture and architecture. While you're walking, you're likely to come across some of these picturesque blue and white churches. Be sure to stop and take a look. Ios is also home to my #1 favorite comfort food spot. Located in the middle of town is a place fittingly called Yummy, just like its food. These gyros were beyond delicious. The Avanti Hotel is not beachside, but instead, with a little bit of walking, you get easy access to some of the best views in all of Ios. I recommend hiking up to a high point to both watch the sunset and to see how the city lights up at night. With another day passing us by, we took a boat and headed to our next Greek destination, which was Hotel Splendor at Santorini Island. The hotel is situated in a great spot in the city with nice amenities and a really cool bathroom. Here's a little room preview to see for yourself. This was probably my favorite hotel to stay at the entire trip. However, we didn't spend too much time in our rooms because there is a lot to do. We took the bus, headed back down to the harbor, and got a glimpse of our sweet new ride. This is a tour that took us to see 2 places from Santorini, and honestly, the boat ride can easily be a third highlight. The first destination was the castle of Aea. It may not look like much at first glance, but a few steps away from the boat is a tram that takes you to the top of the mountain to see the town in all its glory. After walking around for a few minutes, you'll realize that this is the perfect town to stock up on classic Greek souvenirs, and there are plenty of places around to take those iconic Instagram shots. It's also worth mentioning the food here is a bit pricey, but it's still very tasty, and with the scenery around you, it more than justifies the extra cost. After our short visit to Aya, we sailed a few more minutes to one of my favorite excursions, the volcano of Santorini. If you've never been to a volcano before, it kind of feels like you're stepping onto a different planet. The views are incredible from every direction. You'll surely be tempted to stop and take it all in every couple of minutes. I really like the contrast of the mountains topped with white buildings in the distance, with the dark volcanic rocks beneath me. It's a bit of a hike to get to the top, but the paths are wide, so it's enjoyable even with a small crowd. When you get to the top of the volcano, there's some pretty cool stuff to see, like this seismic activity monitoring equipment, and you can even feel the heat of the volcano by sticking your hand in some of the openings in the ground. If you enjoy history, or you just want to learn about the volcano, they have some information for that up there as well. Or you can just stand there and think about how cool it is that you're standing on top of a volcano. That about wraps it up for Santorini, which leads us to our final destination on this Greek adventure. It's time to explore the party island known as Mykonos. We stayed at the Paradise Beach Club, which was the perfect mix of Greek beachside vibes by day and non-stop partying by night. We were even lucky enough to be blessed by the Greek gods with this crazy lightning show on our first night. If loud music or late-night bar-side karaoke isn't your thing, Mykonos still has plenty to keep you entertained. Old Town is a must-stop destination where you can certainly pack a full day's worth of activities if you want. Personally, I can never get enough of roaming around these classic Greek walkways, and if you're lucky, you might even run into Mykonos' most beloved resident, Petros the Pelican. There's a lot of history around this little guy, so if you book a tour, make sure you ask your tour guide to tell you a little bit about him. There's a ton to see while you're exploring the town, but perhaps one of the most famous landmarks are the flour mills of Mykonos. Stop by during the day and take some pictures if you can. And lastly, if you enjoy hiking, there are a lot of hidden beaches and landscape photo ops to check out if you want to get the most out of your trip. That about wraps it up for our Greek adventure. It goes without saying, but this was certainly one of my favorite destinations from our entire world trip so far. We booked this entire trip with Kontiki, an amazing tour company that made sure to pack a ton of great activities in only a couple weeks. Our guide was incredible, and we definitely made some lifelong travel buddies with everyone in our group. It was 100% worth the price, and while results, guides, and groups may vary, I still 100% recommend it. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Leave a comment down below to let me know some more hidden gems to visit in the future, and consider supporting us over there on Patreon if you want to see more quality videos in the future. Thanks again for watching How to World Trip.